friends, listen carefully. There is a system within you more powerful than any machine ever created. It is constantly receiving, constantly transmitting, constantly responding. It is your brain. Now understand this clearly. Your brain is not just an organ of thought. It is a broadcasting station, and it is a receiving station. It sends out your thoughts, and it attracts thoughts in return. And what it sends and what it receives is determined by what you focus on. So the question is not whether your brain is working. The question is, what is it tuned to? Because just like a radio, your brain operates on frequency, and whatever frequency you hold determines what you experience. Now think about this carefully. If your mind is filled with fear, you begin to attract more fear. If your thoughts are focused on doubt, you begin to notice more limitation. If your energy is directed toward negativity, you begin to see more negativity. Not because the world has changed, but because your frequency has. And your brain filters reality based on that frequency. So if you want to change what you experience, you must first change what you transmit. Now understand this deeper. Every thought you think carries energy. Every emotion you feel amplifies that energy. And when thought and emotion combine, they create a signal. That signal is sent outward, and it also conditions your mind inward. This is why emotion matters, because emotion increases intensity, and intensity increases influence. That is why thoughts backed by feeling are far more powerful than thoughts alone. Now consider this. Why is it that certain ideas seem to appear at the right time? Why is it that opportunities sometimes feel as if they are drawn toward you? Why is it that when you focus intensely on a goal, you begin to notice things you never saw before? This is not coincidence. It is alignment. Your brain is tuning you to a specific frequency, and once tuned, it begins to filter information that matches it. So what you call opportunity is often recognition, and recognition comes from focus. Now understand this principle. You do not see everything around you. You see what your brain is trained to notice. If you train it to see limitation, it will find limitation. If you train it to see possibility, it will find possibility. So your focus becomes your filter, and your filter becomes your reality. Now here is where most people fail. They attempt to change results without changing frequency. They want success while thinking in terms of failure. They want progress while focusing on obstacles. They want opportunity while expecting limitation. And this creates conflict, because your brain cannot operate on two dominant frequencies at once. It will always follow the strongest signal. So if doubt is stronger than belief, doubt will lead. If fear is stronger than confidence, fear will guide. If distraction is stronger than purpose, you will drift. So the goal is not just to think positively. The goal is to think consistently, to hold one dominant frequency, to repeat it until it becomes natural. Now understand this. Repetition strengthens signal, and signal creates influence. That is why scattered thinking leads to weak results, because there is no clear direction. But focused thinking creates power, because it sends one clear message, again and again and again. Now let us go deeper. Your brain also responds to association. The people around you, their thoughts, their beliefs, their energy influence your own frequency. This is why environment matters, because your brain is constantly receiving signals, and over time, those signals shape your thinking. So if you surround yourself with fear, you absorb fear. If you surround yourself with doubt, you absorb doubt. But if you surround yourself with clarity, with purpose, with discipline, you begin to align with that. Now ask yourself honestly, what environment am I in? What signals am I receiving daily? What conversations am I allowing to influence my thinking? Because whether you realize it or not, your brain is always being conditioned. Now let us connect this principle to those before it. Desire gives you the direction. Faith strengthens your signal. Autosuggestion programs repetition. The subconscious accepts instruction, but the brain transmits it. It sends your thoughts outward. It tunes you inward. It aligns you with opportunity. It connects you with ideas. It amplifies your focus. Now understand this clearly. The brain is not passive. It is active. It is dynamic. It is responsive. And it is always working in harmony with your dominant thoughts. So if your dominant thoughts are weak, your results will reflect weakness. If your dominant thoughts are scattered, your results will reflect confusion. But if your dominant thoughts are focused, clear, and consistent, your results will reflect direction. Now consider this. Many people wait for motivation, but motivation is not the source. Frequency is. When your thoughts are aligned, action becomes easier. When your energy is focused, discipline becomes natural. When your vision is clear, progress becomes consistent. So instead of chasing motivation, build alignment, because alignment creates momentum. And momentum, once established, reduces resistance. It removes hesitation. It replaces overthinking with action. And action, repeated over time, creates results. Now ask yourself, what frequency am I operating on? Is it one of clarity or confusion? Is it one of belief or doubt? Is it one of action or hesitation? Because your answer is shaping your future. Now understand this. You cannot control every thought that enters your mind, but you can control which thoughts you repeat. And repetition is what programs your brain. So you must become selective. You must become intentional. You must choose what you focus on, and then hold it long enough for it to take root. Now let us go even further. Your brain responds strongly to visualization. When you see something clearly and repeatedly, your brain begins to accept it as familiar. And what is familiar feels possible. And what feels possible becomes achievable. This is why vision matters. Because before something exists in reality, it must exist in the mind. So if your vision is weak, your results will be weak. If your vision is unclear, your direction will be unclear. But if your vision is strong, your brain begins to align with it. Ideas form, plans develop, actions follow. Now understand this, clarity is power. Because clarity removes friction. It eliminates hesitation. It gives your brain a target. And when the target is clear, execution becomes easier. Now understand this. This is not instant. It is progressive, but it is certain. If you remain consistent, now ask yourself honestly, what am I focusing on daily? What signals am I sending? What frequency am I reinforcing? Because your current reality is not random. It is the result of repeated focus. But the powerful truth is this: you can change it. You can retune it. You can redirect it. Thought by thought, focus by focus, repetition by repetition. Now begin here. Choose one direction, one vision, one dominant thought, and hold it, guard it, protect it, strengthen it. Because once it becomes dominant, your brain will align with it. And once your brain aligns, your actions will follow. And once your actions follow, your results will change. Now understand this deeper. You do not attract what you want. You attract what you consistently focus on. So if your focus changes, your results must change. Not by force, but by alignment. This is the process. This is the power. This is the principle. The brain does not control your destiny. You do, through the frequency you choose to hold. So choose carefully, focus intentionally, repeat consistently, because what you broadcast will return, and what returns will shape your life. My friends, we shall meet again. Good day.